you guys? Welcome back to As Told by Kenya. Long time no see, but we do have some topics we need to come and discuss. The first thing we need to come and discuss is the Grammys. Yeah, I know it feels like the Grammys have been a long time, but I haven't discussed it with you guys. Now, of course, over on my Patreon, I have done a lot of Grammy talking, but on Grammy night, it was a big night in my home because Beyonce took home Album of the Year. So let's start with the beginning. So Beyonce was up for a lot of awards that night. I think the number was 11. And in the pre-show, she only won one award. And I think to some people got a little bit frazzled. The Hive got a little bit frazzled. They were worried that she wasn't going to win. But I'm going to be honest with you. I actually took that as a good sign. I think if Beyonce was just going to win some just random awards, they would have just did it in the pre-show. And then if you watch the Grammys, they put out the things that is going to be televised before the show happens. And so I saw the things that were going to be televised, and I'm just like, I don't think the Grammys would waste Beyonce being there and only bring her on stage one time. So I was just like, I kind of think Beyonce's name is in the Album of the Year envelope. And so that's exactly what happened. Now, I told you guys, if I have to live in a world where Donald Trump is the president, I want to live in a world where Miley Cyrus and Beyonce have a Grammy together. And of course, that is what I got. Two Most Wanted by Miley Cyrus and Beyonce won Best Country Duo at the Grammys. And I'm going to be honest with you, that happened before the show, and I was full. I was completely full because number one, it means that Miley Cyrus won her third Grammy. Miley Cyrus went from having no Grammys to having 3 Grammys. Good for Miley Cyrus. You guys know I love the doll. And then number two, Beyonce has won a Grammy for every single solo studio album that she has ever released. So that is a huge deal. Many people can't say that, as we would learn in the aftermath of all of this stuff. So that is great for Beyonce. And Beyonce won a country Grammy. Many people thought she couldn't do it. Beyonce won a country Grammy. So there were things that I was already able to check off, and I was good. I was full. But then the ceremony happened. You had people saying they really enjoyed the Grammys. And I enjoyed the Grammys well enough. They're never going to get a 10 from me. The Grammys are never going to get a 10 from me. I believe the Grammys are morally corrupt, and I'm not going back on it. But it was nice. Sabrina Carpenter came to get her things. Doechii came to get her things. You guys know I wanted Doechii to win Best Rap Album. I think Doechii is the most interesting artist of the current moment. So love that for Doechii. Chappell Roan got to come up there and get her things. Then Taylor Swift came on stage for Best Country Album, and I thought Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year. So much so, if you follow me on Patreon, I've never moved from this. I thought Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year the entire year. The entire year, I have always thought Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year. I just thought this was the year. I thought the optics worked with all of this stuff. So I always thought Beyonce was going to win Album of the Year. But in order to win Album of the Year, she had to carry Country Album, because rarely does it happen that you lose your category and win Album of the Year. It happens every now and then. It happened with Taylor Swift in Folklore. She lost to Future Nostalgia with Dua Lipa, but that's, I feel like, a technicality because Folklore should have never really been in the pop category, if we're being honest. And Future Nostalgia is a better pop album, but I love Folklore, by the way, by Taylor Swift. So it was just one of those things, right? But rarely do you not win your category and then randomly win Album of the Year. So I knew she would have to win here. And I never really doubted it. I thought Beyonce was going to win Best Country Album at the Grammys. I've always thought she was going to win Best Country Album at the Grammys. So you have people being like, Cowboy Carter's not even a country album. I do not listen to any of this conversation. And the reason why it is because it's not coming from a good place. It is not coming from people actually wanting to discuss music and discuss what makes something country, what makes something not country, what would Cowboy Carter be considered. It's not a conversation about genres and the genres we put people in and why we do that. It's never a conversation about wanting to learn and wanting to dissect things. It's never a conversation about that. It's simply because Beyonce is Beyonce and she's always going to have her naysayers, and you don't believe Beyonce should be making country music. You don't believe Beyonce is actually making country music, and you don't want Beyonce to have things. That's really what the root of this is. And the thing is, this is not something you're doing for anybody else in the category. I bet you have not listened to any of the other music in any of these country categories to see if they're actually country albums. You're not doing that because those people have white skin. Those people have white skin, so you don't feel like you need to do that. There's not this big, conversation on if Post Malone can make country music because you don't, number one, you don't really care, and that's heavy as the head. Beyonce is that girl, so you care more. And two, Post Malone, he's from Texas, and he's white, so it just gets to be a thing. You don't have this conversation about should these country artists be in pop categories, because the thing is, when I work out, I take a lot of country workout rides, and a lot of this stuff is just pop music. It's just country pop is a thing, and a lot of these songs that I be seeing right in these nomination lists are just pop songs that are just, and some of them sound good. It's not even about whether or not the music, but I don't sit here and split hairs on if it should be called country, if it should be called pop, because as it said on the album, genres are a funny thing, aren't they? What makes something something? Who knows? Who gets to make the rules? And then when Beyonce put out Cowboy Carter, she said on her Instagram, this is not a country album, this is a Beyonce album. And that Beyonce has always had this conversation on what do you guys allow to be country and what you don't, because I don't think anyone would question that Daddy Lessons is a country song, and the Grammys wanted nothing to do with Daddy Lessons by Beyonce from her album Lemonade. So who gets to pick and choose? Who gets to decide what is and what's not? Who knows? And that's been Beyonce's entire point. So I don't entertain the conversation because the conversation is not coming from a good place. And in a lot of the songs that you say aren't country, if a white person was singing them, you wouldn't question it. You're only questioning it because it's Beyonce. The thing is, I have no problem with having interesting conversations about music and what goes in what, but you're not having it. That's the thing. When you tell people I don't want to do this with you, they think you're just anti-intellectualism, and it's just you just don't want, no, you're not having an interesting conversation. It's the same thing I feel about the American flag propaganda stuff. There's an interesting conversation to be had about Black artists using American iconography in their work, something that has been done for forever. Since Black people in this country have been making art, there has been Black people using the American flag and all this stuff. There's an interesting conversation to be had about all this stuff and why they do it. Does it work? Does it not work? But that's not the conversation you guys are having. That's not the conversation you guys are having, so I want no parts of it, because you guys, I just don't think have the range that you think you have. I just think you're just throwing out words because I think it's just easy that way than actually dissect anything and if anything matters. So no, it's you I don't want to have the conversation with, but I would love to have this conversation with people who know what they're talking about and people who actually want to have a conversation about something and just don't want to throw out things because it's fun. It's just fun to be outraged about stuff, So anyways, Beyonce wins Best Country Album, and then from then on, I am sure Beyonce is going to win Album of the Year. Boom. Album of the Year comes out. The doll from the firefighter, the doll comes out, and she stumbled over her words, but I think it made it more iconic. She stumbled over Cowboy Carter, and Cowboy Carter won Album of the Year. Beyonce gets on stage. I know some people wanted a long and dramatic speech. I'm personally happy that she did not give it to him because, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. The Grammys, let's be clear, it's still fuck the Grammys. You don't deserve that. So, baby, all that stuff happens, and I get word that y'all are upset. There's some stans who are a little upset that Beyonce won Album of the Year. Kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. Let's be very clear. None of your faves deserve anything over Beyonce. None of your faves deserve anything over Beyonce. Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking get the hell out of here? But the biggest thing about all of this stuff is that I know exactly how all 10 Beck fans felt when Beck beat Beyonce for Album of the Year for Self-Titled. I know how the Harry girls, how y'all felt when Harry's House won over Renaissance. I know how the Adele girls felt when Adele beat Beyonce over Lemonade. I know how y'all feel now. The thing is, you can't change shit. It feels so good to be on the the other side. And the other side is that you can cry, you can scream till you blue in the face, but at the end of the day gonna end and the Grammy gonna be on Beyonce Fireplace. It's gonna be over Beyonce Fireplace at the end of the day. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is stay mad. All you can do is stay mad. Like, what is it to me? What is it to me? You can be mad, you can throw dirt, you can say whatever you want to say about Beyonce. Y'all do that anyway. Nothing's going to actually change. And that's how I felt. Like, I've never felt better. It never felt better to see all the stands mad at each other. Billy didn't win nothing. Taylor didn't win nothing. This Brat should have did this. It felt so good to be like, wow, this is how y'all been living this whole time? Everybody whose favorite artist has won album of the year, is this how y'all been living, where it's just like everybody is throwing stuff and you sitting back like, this ain't gonna change a damn thing. They can cry on TikTok. They can call Beyonce slurs. They can do whatever they want to do. And guess what? Beyonce won album of the year. Beyonce won album of the year. What they gonna say now? The Grammys can always kiss my ass, let's be clear. But for the girls who said Beyonce would never do it, what they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? Anyway, Beyonce announced the Cowboy Carter tour, and it's just really throwing me that I had to fight for my life when it came for tickets. When you have people being like, Beyonce shouldn't even tour Cowboy Carter. There is something you can check my Carfax on. Number one thing you can check my Carfax on is that I was always on Amber Heard's side when it came to her and Johnny Depp. Number two thing you can check my Carfax on is that I have always loved Cowboy Carter. I am on wax saying I believe Alligator Tears by Beyonce is the best song that Beyonce has ever recorded. I love Cowboy Carter, and I have from the very, very beginning. But there are many people who have tried to throw stone. I love Two Most Wanted. I love American Requiem. I love Flamenco. I love Sweet Honey Buckin'. There are just so many songs on that album that mean a lot to me. But a lot of people were throwing dirt on that. So I said, let me go get my Cowboy Carter tickets. I got Beehive pre-sale because, of course. And I was like, this is going to take 2 minutes. I'm going to get in the queue. I'm going to buy my tickets and I'm going to go about my day. Baby, not only did it take me 30 minutes to get in, baby, tickets was gone. Tickets was gone. And I say, wait, hold up. I thought. So I was pissed off. I still don't even love my seats that I got. But I got my tickets. Last thing on the Beyonce front, Sacred is coming to Ulta. This was a big day for me. I love Beyonce, but if Beyonce puts out something that I do not want, I'm not gonna buy it. I held out on buying Sacred because I am very particular about what I put in my hair. For all you people who do not know, I don't know how you don't know, I am a natural hair girl. I am a wash and go type of girl. Don't let the braids fool you. I am wash and go down most of the year. So I'm very particular about what I put in my hair. So I actually waited to do Sacred. But one day I think I was just like, can you buy Sacred? Sacred, see if Sacred is good. And baby, I am a believer. I love Sacred. Sacred is my favorite thing that I put in my hair. So much so, during the Black Friday sale, because Sacred is pricey, don't let them fool you. Oh, baby, I stocked up. Because you guys, every single wash day, I wash my hair every single week, and I believe you should too. I use Sacred. I'm so, when it comes to this shampoo, oh baby, there's nothing better. If you have thick hair like I have thick hair, this hydrating conditioner, yes God. And the thing I love the most, which has really transformed my wash and goes, this reconstructing treatment mask, I only use it like once I take these braids out next week, I'm gonna use it like maybe after I blow out my hair when I just want to repair what I messed up. Oh, baby, I go in with this. And the fact that once I do get through all of this stuff, and somebody's going to be like, Ken, this is over consumerism. I wash my hair every week. I need to buy in bulk, baby, because now you do get more out of these than I thought you do. You do get about 3 washes out of it. I got a lot of hair on my head. I don't know, bald girls, shout out to you, but I got a lot of hair on my head. I can get about 3 washes out of one of these. So like this ain't going to last me all year, but the fact that if I run out of something, I'm going to be able to just go to Ulta. Ulta is down the street from my house. I'm just going to be able to go to Ulta because for some reason I didn't buy more of these. Now I do know only the intro line is going to start being in there. So I wonder if this is going to be in there. I don't know, but I live and die by Sacred. I live and die by Sacred. Sacred has completely changed my hair cream. And the thing is, it sounds so annoying because you guys know I love Beyonce, damn. So you're just going to be like, Kenya, you're being a Beyonce fan. No. It's just not true. But the thing is, more Sacred for me then. You don't have to buy Sacred because Kenya buys Sacred. More Sacred for me. I don't care. I don't care if you buy it or not. Not sponsored. It ain't got shit to do with me. I don't get none of the money that Beyonce getting from Sacred. No, I genuinely love Sacred, and I don't play about my hair. I wear my hair out. I do not play about my hair. It's Sacred. It did that. So yes, Beyonce, you're having a great year. I can't wait to see you on tour, Boots. We won't even talk about how the fact that Beyonce is going to sell out Inglewood for like 4 straight nights, how Beyonce's doing like 4 nights in New York, how she's doing like 4 nights in Atlanta. We don't even have to talk about the fact that Beyonce is 43 years old and what she is able to do with her career. But just wait on the box scores. Just wait on the box scores. That's the thing. Wait on the box scores. Anyways, let's move on to the next thing. There is some sports things I want to come discuss because you guys know I love sports. Number 1, Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles, they were able to defeat the wickedness that is the Kansas City Chiefs, and I could not be happier. I don't even like Philadelphia. That's how you know I'm a fake bitch. I do not even like the Philadelphia Eagles, so the fact that I was pulling for Philadelphia just tells you just how much I do not like Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. There's just something about their energy I do not like. I never liked it. I've never liked it, whether it be the MAGA stuff, whether it be that kicker, whether, I just want nothing to do with them, and I needed the evil to be defeated, and so I had to pull for them. But to lose in embarrassing fashion, there was just nothing better. There was just nothing better than to see Patrick Mahomes throw a pick 6. Like, it filled me with so much joy. At the same Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar performed at the Super Bowl, and I find all the discourse surrounding that to be also irritating. Number one thing that's irritating, I'm tired of Not Like Us. Y'all can drag me into the goddamn town square and stone me. I am so tired of Not Like Us. I was tired of Not Like Us at the end of last year, so you know I'm tired of it now. I just think we have beat a goddamn dead horse. Like, it's just done. It's just over. It's just tired. Now, do not confuse me for a Drake fan. I apologize to Meg Thee Stallion. Do not confuse me for a Drake fan. I am not. And if people want to whack Drake, I'ma always be looking to make sure you get them good. But I'm just tired of it. I just think there's nothing more to come from any of this stuff. I think Drake is dragging it every time he tries to act like everybody's out to get him. He's dragging it. I'm just so freaking over it. Whatever. The quality of the halftime show, this is my issue with the discourse. The idea that everyone has to agree that something is good or something is bad. I just think this collective culture that all of you guys want of like, we all need to decide something is good. We all need to decide something is bad. We all need to decide this person deserves to win this. It goes back to the album of the year thing. You can think any album deserved to win album of the year, and that's your fucking opinion. Same thing with this. If you didn't like Kendrick Lamar's performance, that is perfectly fine. If you thought Kendrick Lamar's performance was revolutionary, amazing, that's your opinion too. Why can't we just talk about these things and be like, that's interesting, and move the hell on, But this idea that one side needs to convince you that Kendrick Lamar is just a genius, this other side needs to convince you that Kendrick Lamar just fucking sucks, and it's just fake woke and all this stuff. It just like doesn't need to be that. Can we all just come together and dance all night and just discuss how we felt about the performance? I find it all really stupid. My biggest issue with this argument, I want to let go making white people mad. I want to let go this idea that just because you offended racist white people, you have done something. This is something that happens even with my girl Beyonce. People will do this thing like, Beyonce pissed off country people. It don't take much. Same thing with Kendrick. Kendrick Lamar pissed off MAGA. It don't take much. It don't take much. That, to me, that does not. This is not a way to talk about art and stuff. Like, you can talk about that and maybe when you're doing a wide scale, maybe the impact of this thing or the effect of this thing. But like, just to talk about the quality of something and just be like, it made people mad. Like, what? It's a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger conversation. I want nothing to do with it. So let people have whatever opinion they had on the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl. For me, I thought it was fine. I have nothing against Kendrick Lamar, the performance. What I enjoyed the most about the performance was the backup dancers. I thought the backup dancers were so clean, and when it comes to like performances, I am big on things being clean. On things, I want to know people rehearsed. I want to know people rehearsed, and therefore, I thought the backup dancers were the best part of that performance. I thought they were so good. Number two, there was some text messages that came out between Anthony Edwards and a former lover where Anthony Edwards was trying to get this woman to have an abortion, and Anthony Edwards basically at the end of this is like, I'm not taking care of this child, so I don't even know why you are going to have this child. And the conversation online quickly turned into, why would you have a baby with a man who's saying he not gonna take care of his child? She's so stupid, this old bitch, why she trying to be with this 23-year-old anyway, and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, do y'all see why Anthony Edwards acts like this? It's because look at the pleas y'all are copying for him. This man is saying he is not going to take care of the child that he created because he don't want it. And y'all are sitting here coming up with every excuse for why he should be able to do that. Number one, I find it so funny. As someone who is as pro-choice can be, I find it so funny how quickly all of you guys become pro-abortion. I be wanting y'all to be pro-abortion. Every day it's just like pro-abortion over here, pro-abortion over here. But it's so funny how quickly y'all turn into pro-abortion when it comes to some man who got money not having to take care of his kids. Everybody's all of a sudden like, you should have had an abortion. It's like, wait, but every other day, y'all so right-wing and weird and being like, you women need to take accountability and y'all need to take care of y'all kids. Y'all be making fun of women who have multiple abortions. But when it comes to a rich man not having to take care of his kids, or any man getting to evade responsibility, all of a sudden everybody pro-choice. That's so interesting. That's so funny to me. And number two, Anthony Edwards is not a kid. And even if he was a kid, he should still know how sex works, and he should still be sexually responsible. If Anthony Edwards doesn't want to have kids with old women, he should not be having sex with old women unprotected. There is a way to do this. And the thing is, if you are having sex with someone, there is a possibility that that person is going to become pregnant, whether there's protection or whether there's not. And therefore, out of that, she might get pregnant and she gets to decide if she keeps her baby, because that's just how it works. You can come up with every reason like she just doing it for the money. No one will be able to get pregnant by Anthony Edwards for money if Anthony Edwards wasn't having sex with random women. Would he? And that's the thing that I find disgusting. This idea that all the agency is being stripped away from Anthony Edwards for what? Like he has horrible sex habits. That's literally what is going on. And this is what happens with all of this stuff. And sorry, we live in the United States of America. Nobody is going to abort a baby with a man that got $250 million. They're just not going to. More likely than not, they are just not going to do that. They're just not going. That's just not how it works. And there is always a conversation to be had that this woman is old, and the Drea stuff with Jalen. There's always time to have those conversations, but that doesn't mean that Anthony Edwards gets to decide he don't want to have a baby, so he just doesn't get to. If Anthony Edwards doesn't want to take care of kids, he should stop making kids. He should stop making kids. And the fact that you're just copying pleas for him just is part of the issue. So yeah, I found that to be disgusting. We're done. We don't have to talk about sports anymore. Last thing I want to come and discuss is Kanye West. So Kanye West has gone on his I'm an incel, rage, all of his little rage tweeting. He has gone on another one of his little sprees where he says the most controversial and disgusting things he can muster up in order to get attention. You guys, I don't see why you guys still follow Kanye West up on any of these things. Kanye West simply does this for attention. I don't even think this is like a mental health thing. I don't want to hear nothing about his mama. I don't want to hear nothing about none of this. Kanye West does this stuff for attention. Kanye West wakes up and he's just like, no one's talking about me. I don't have any good music to give to anybody. There's nothing that I'm going to just rage and make everyone upset. People are going to talk about me when I make them upset. The thing is, the rage tweets ain't even hitting like they used to. People be ignoring ignoring the shit out of them because who fucking cares? I'm gonna tell you actually, Kanye, why people are ignoring the shit out of them. Maybe 8 years ago, Kanye, you was the most ragey person on Twitter, but right now, all it takes is 2 seconds of scrolling X and you are going to find the most offensive tweet you have ever seen in your life. Kanye, you not even shaking the table on what is offensive. There are all types of pages that are just built on literally just being nasty, on just being nasty. So you're not even doing anything interesting right there. But I have an issue with people saying the mental health thing because, like, when it comes to Kanye West rage tweeting, the funniest thing is that, like, Kanye West actually, before all of the tweets, Kanye West tried to get this shit off like a week before he, like, started his rage tweeting, but those didn't hit. So then he had to come back when y'all was quiet and didn't have nothing to talk about, and that's when he started up again. And that's why it's all calculated and stupid. It's all calculated and stupid. He's now talking, like, trying to walk all of his stuff back. Like, Kanye, shut up. Like, it's just all so stupid, and it's really, really pathetic. Like, even your rage tweets are washed up. You washed up in the rage tweets. I don't follow that man up because it just doesn't make any sense, and it's all disgusting, but it's disgusting in, like, the most lowbrow way. You can just tell he's just saying stuff just to simply say stuff, and it's just like, you can get attention other ways, Kanye. You can get attention other ways, but this ain't how you should do it, baby. It's pathetic. He's just old and pathetic. Anyways, I will talk to you guys in the next one.